So I got this comment on my Retire by 45 video. It says, I don't earn enough money to retire. Like most Americans, I make less than $36,000 a year. Well, Chris, I'm about to change your life. Just kidding. That's probably a little dramatic. But if I had to start over with $0 in savings, making $35,000 a year, here are the steps that I would take to retire early, in order. Step number 1, I would track my expenses for 3 months. That's boring. I don't want to do that. Stop it. If you don't know how much you're spending on your own life, you've already lost. Step number 2, eliminate unnecessary expenses. If I'm making $2,900 a month, which is 35 grand a year, and I have a $300 a month car payment, that means that 10% of my entire income is going towards my car. It's dumb. Sell your car and buy something with the cash. Use this same practice with other categories that you are spending too much in. Step number 3, save $1,000. Life happens. Throw $1,000 in the bank to cover your butt. Step number 4, if I were to completely start over and do this again, I would get a higher paying job. Check out this video.
Big cat, damn homie, where's the drip at? Got this chick in the car, she complaining.
What Kristen just said is absolute facts, and I'll prove it to you. I have quadrupled my salary in the 6 years that I graduated from college. Check it out. So when I first graduated, I was making $37,500 a year. I left that job after a couple months, and then my next position at Yelp, I made $45,000 to $50,000 a year. I left that position and started working at Google. At first, I was making $67,000 a year. After a year, I renegotiated and started making $80,000 a year. After another year, I left to go to Walmart, and now my total comp is $130,000 a year. So in 6 years, I went from $35,000 a year roughly to $130,000. My next position, I'll probably end up targeting something like $180,000 total comp. Got to keep moving positions, 1.5 to 2 years. That's how you make that bread. Level up.
But Kevin, he's a software engineer. But Kevin, he has a college degree. I went from $11 an hour to $13 an hour to $55,000 a year to $65,000 a year. All by just changing jobs. But you have a college degree. Sure do. But now I'm in a field that couldn't care less if I have a college degree, and I'm on track to replace my income in just my first year of stepping into this new field. And there are so many places hiring right now. I can't even drive down my street without seeing signs of help wanted, 401k offer, benefits. Like, it's not just entry-level jobs. And there's remote jobs. Look, this is the most important step of this entire process. If you settle for the annual 2% raise that you're gonna get from your employer year after year after year, you're not gonna retire early. You have to increase your income. Now, start thinking about how to do that right now. So going back to the scenario about me starting completely over, my 4th step would be going hard on finding a higher paying job. Step number 5, save and repeat. I would keep my standard of living that I had when I was making $35,000 a year, take the extra income I got from getting a new higher paying job, and save that. Then I would also be planning my next step on how I'm going to take the next job, the next pay raise. Step number 6, baby, we're cruising. Once you hit $60,000, start with basic investing. So again, if this were me, I would open up a Roth IRA, a 401k, some sort of brokerage account, one of those 3, not all 3, one of those, and start investing some of my extra savings into that account. Also in step number 6, I would start a side hustle. It doesn't have to be something serious. You're not starting this corporation, just something to start pulling in some extra money on the side and give you some business experience. Not necessarily as a resume builder, but something that's going to benefit you and your skill set as you get later on in life. Knowing how businesses run, how products are made, how accounting works is going to be so helpful for you. And the best way to learn that is by starting your own side hustle. Step number 7. Once you hit $80,000, step up your investment game to an intermediate level. I would continue step 6, still investing in that brokerage account, still working on my side hustle. But now, theoretically, if you stuck to the same standard of living, you would have an extra $20,000 from step 6 that you got to figure out something to do with. So kick it up a notch on your investment side. Start looking at investing in real estate. Take your side hustle to the next step. Maybe make it an LLC, start actually making a decent income, maybe set a goal that you want to try to replace your full-time income with your side hustle. Now, a quick side note to kind of give an idea of what the timeline should look like by the time you're at step 7. You should be at step 7 in 7 years from right now. You should be able to increase your income from $35,000 to $80,000 within 7 years. Heck, push yourself and do it in 5 years. Can you imagine that? Like, do it for your future self. That way your future self in 5 to 7 years isn't looking back at the current you right now watching this video and wishing, man, I wish he would have just taken those steps. I wish he would have just buckled down and figured out a way to increase her income. And step number 8, concentrate on cash flow. So you remember those investment accounts we were talking about in step number 5, like the 401k and the Roth IRA? You won't even be able to touch those until 59 and a half. So if you want to retire early, you need to figure out a way to make money between the time that you want to retire and the time that you can access those funds at 59 and a half. That's where cash flow comes into play. And yep, you can totally supplement that income with taxable brokerage accounts, but we'll talk about that in another video. You're gonna want cash flow. So the cash flow could come from your rental properties, it can come from that side business that you were running. Heck, you don't even have to retire cold turkey without a job. You can have a part-time job to help supplement some of that income until 59 and a half. But man, once you pass step 7, you're 90% of the way there. Now you just have to build cash flowing assets that will take you into early retirement. Now, as I've said in some previous videos, this is a brand new channel, and I still get notifications on my phone every time that somebody new subscribes. So you can literally make my day right now by hitting the subscribe button. It will literally come through on my phone and I'll be like, yes, another subscriber. To do it, promise, I will be pumped. All right, thanks guys for watching, and I'm serious. You can totally retire early. I know it seems like a long way off and a huge commitment, but you can do it. So Chris, I hope to hear from you soon and hear how your financial journey is going. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.